That's some Alan Jackson for you there by request in your 96.3 Rio Country Cafe. It's Bryan Allen. So cool to have PBR writer Matt Triplett in studio with us this afternoon. And man, you've got the gear on. You got the hat, you got the shirt with all the, I'm assuming those are all your sponsors?
Yes, sir. They're my sponsors that stand behind me and support me throughout the years, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and you've been doing this a while. I think I read you started riding bulls when you were like 10 or something like that?
Yeah, I got on my first big bull when I was 12, and I started riding steers when I was 8, and I just worked through the rankings and went to high school rodeo, and then as soon as I turned 18, I wanted to be a professional bull rider, and that's what I've been dreaming about my whole life.
Okay, and here comes the $1,000,000 question, because I've watched professional bull riding, and every time I watch, same question pops into my head. What makes somebody go, yeah, I want to get on one of those animals and do that?
Yeah, a lot of us, it's kind of family grown. My dad, he rode bulls, and so I looked up to him and wanted to do the same exact thing, and it was pretty cool to watch him ride and be able to follow in his footsteps, and it was cool that he taught me everything, and I was able to maybe put a little more towards it and be a little better, and it was cool. He showed me everything I know.
Do you remember like the first time you got on the bull? Like what was that like? Like when you actually felt what this
it was awesome. It was the biggest adrenaline rush that I've ever felt in my life, and I was addicted from the first time I started.
That is just crazy. So we ought to mention your first PBR World Final. You took 9th place. You finished in 9th place, and that was back in 2013?
Yep.
And that 9th place for the first time. That's awesome. That had to feel great.
Oh, it was awesome. Just to be at the World Finals is a great feeling because you work all year to be one of the top 35 bull riders in the world. From Brazil, Australia, Canada, Mexico, and just to put your name in the top 35 is a huge accomplishment.
Oh yeah. And kind of while we're on the subject, I should mention the Auction Invitational is going to be going on next March. It's actually March 25th and 26th, Gila River Arena. Tickets are on sale for that right now, and you're going to be a part of that.
I'll be there for sure, and what's so cool about it, if you've never been, it's something you can bring, your kids to your grandparents because everyone enjoys it. You get to go to a rock concert, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
You're watching Flint Rasmussen, the funny man who entertains everybody, and then you get to watch the top bulls in the world go head-to-head against the top bull riders in the world, and it's a jam action-packed show.
Yeah, and like Matt said, everybody's going to have a good time at that, so grab up your tickets for that. And we've got more with PBR rider Matt Triplett. Can you hang out for a little bit?
You bet.
All right, more with Matt and more of your requests for the lunch hour with the 96.3 Real Country Cafe. Right there, your 96.3 Real Country Cafe. It's Bryan Allen with PBR rider Matt Triplett in studio with us this afternoon, and getting ready for that Auction Invitational next March 25th and 26th, Gila River Arena. It's going to be a good time.
I'll be there.
Absolutely. And something I've always wanted to ask somebody that rides a bull professionally, when you're done with a competition, do you get any downtime? I would imagine you do, because after you get thrown off a bull, you're probably not feeling 100%.
Oh, yeah. And another thing, too, is getting in the airports and flying really takes a toll on your body as well. So what I do to prepare for the next weekend, because we usually only get 3 days at home, go to a lot of hot yoga, and that loosens my muscles and gets me really flexible and feeling like a human again. It's unreal how sore a guy could get after a weekend of getting on the rankest bulls in the world when you have to get on 3 or 4 in a weekend. It's just, it takes a toll on your body.
Okay, and I got to find this out. When you are on the bull and you get bucked off, does the bull like run away, or is it still there like just going
yeah,
nuts?
It's still game on. After your ride is over, you have to get away from the bull, and that's what's so cool. We got some of the best bullfighters in the world that save us day in and day out, and it's so cool because they save all of us, and that's their job, and they take pride in it, and they do an awesome job, and they will take a hit for us. They will get in the middle of the bull, and they will take a hit, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and not sure if you've seen the show Fearless or not. I've seen a couple of episodes on Netflix. Is that a pretty accurate depiction of life?
Yeah, it is. That's exactly how it is, you know, and they did an awesome job, and that show is pretty cool because you get a lot of fans that don't get to really see behind the scenes.
Right.
And that kind of opens the eyes to the fans of what goes on behind the scenes.
Right. Well, it's an awesome show, and it is just a pleasure to speak with you, Matt. It's going to be a blast to watch you actually in action. Auction Invitational that's going on March 25th and 26th at the Gila River Arena. And where would you like to see professional bull riding go from this point forward as you continue your career?
You know, just it's growing. It's a growing sport, and it's really cool to see. You know, the other day they were telling us that the only spot that beat us on TV was NFL. So it'd be cool one day to maybe overcome the NFL and get more views than the NFL gets. That'd be an awesome dream and a good goal for us to achieve.
Is the sport becoming more dangerous?
It is dangerous. The bulls are getting better, like the racehorse industry. They're breeding them to buck even better, and the PBR does such a great job on putting a great show. And they just make the crowd interact with the event, and it's super cool. Everyone enjoys it, and if you've never been, usually people that never been, they get so hooked that they keep coming year in and year in.
Well, Matt, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you, and great to have you here in studio. And we're doing the lunchtime requests, and I know you're a huge country music fan. Who's one of your favorites?
George Strait.
Oh, yeah, you can't beat George Strait. Well, let's get some George Strait on the radio, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but here's your chance to be a professional DJ. Can you talk up the song before you head out?
Yeah, let's do some. Hey, it's Matt Triplett here with you guys, and here's some George Strait. Hope you like it on 96.3 Real Country.